Infamously speaking, I shouldn't even say special live edition because this is the first of many live shows that we're going to be doing for the rest of the NFL season. Quan and I want to shout out my guy Quan first and foremost. Hope you had an awesome birthday weekend. I saw you was out in Jersey. Vibes looked immaculate. Shout out to everybody that pulled up and celebrated you. I wish I could have been there. I was like, man, should I hop on a plane just for a couple of days? But I'll be out there in a couple of weeks. We could do a little late celebration. But we're gonna start going live a lot more. We wanted to get you all out our content much quicker than we usually do. So what we're gonna do is early in the week, either Monday after the Monday night football games or Tuesday night, we'll be going live reacting to what we just saw the week previous, and then hopefully Thursday or Friday we will jump on, talk about Thursday night football, and then look at the games ahead of us. Before we jump into the show, if you're not already subscribed to the Infamously Speaking YouTube channel, please do us a favor. Go ahead and do that. Helps the show grow. If you're watching live, leave a comment. Uh, let's chop it up. Let's get some interaction. And also, if you're not already following us on our socials, please go ahead and do that. It's at Infamously Speaking on Instagram and TikTok. That's where we're most active. That's where you'll get responses from us and we can go back and forth. That being said, Quan, what a great week. I see you got your Patriots jersey on. The officially first place New England Patriots. Monday Night Football doubleheader did not disappoint. I figured you'd want to start either with the Patriots game or the upset we saw in Atlanta. So I'll let you choose where you want to start. And let's get it rolling. Let's talk some football.
Yeah. I want to start first and foremost. Shout out to Kenny at Fanatics and the whole
Big
Fanatics
facts.
familiar. Showing me nothing but love and hospitality, not just for myself, but the guests, all my brothers that pulled up, LU, Ricky, West, Gmo, Riggy, David, Danny, everybody that pulled up, man. It was a great time. Had some really good smokes, dominoes, laughs, the whole nine. Good times and very appreciative. Can even surprise me with a birthday cake. So that was pretty fire. And it ended off in like a single off. It was you just had to be there. Uh with that being said, yeah, we could jump right into it. We gotta celebrate, man. What a time to be alive.
What a weekend. What a
What a
weekend.
time to be alive.
I got to give you your flowers, man. You said it before the season even started. Watch out for the Patriots this season. And of course, you know what I was saying the entire time. Like, this guy, man. Now, I know we are both big fans of Drake May. We even talked about it in our fantasy show before the season. I think even before we started talking fantasy, we did quarterback rankings, and everybody was giving you a ton of shit for like, put Drake May high up. You know, Drake May, according to NFL Futures on ESPN, Drake May right now is fourth favorite to win the MVP at plus 1100.
Let's
So
go. What is
Vegas
it? What
says
is it
he's the
at plus?
plus 1100.
Wow, I took
So
that bet at plus
Vegas
2500.
says Vegas is telling you something there about where they feel Drake May is at. Man, what he's been so impressive this entire season, minus the Pittsburgh game. He has some bad mistakes, but even in that game, I think he had a passer rating over 100, right? Four straight
Yeah,
games with a passer rating over
five.
100. Sorry, five. Ooh, my
Yeah,
bad.
five.
And he's gotten better every game. High leverage throws have been what's impressed me the most. Like we talked about the one in Buffalo, the one where he hit Diggs on the sideline. He did that multiple times in Buffalo on big drives. And then an absolute dime on the left sideline. I'm forgetting who caught the ball, but you texted me right away, right after it happened.
Booty caught it.
And Booty balled out too. He
Yeah.
had a crazy game against the Saints. But I'll stop talking. I'll let you have your moment. You've earned it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, man. We're back. Like my guy Sean says, we're back. We're fucking back. Drizzy Drake, he's the real deal. You know what it was? You know what was impressive though? Besides the stats that you just called out, was the plays that didn't count to me. It was
Yes.
third and long. He hits Diggs. Oh no, excuse me. He had who caught that? I think it was Pop that caught that when they called that phantom pass interference on Diggs. Did you see that play? Oh, it was terrible. So we beat
Yes.
the Saints and we beat the refs. So I love to see that. Getting 2 dubs in one day. Um, and then on the pass to Diggs, they called the pass interference on
Yep.
another big play. Uh, and then those 2 plays are the ones that a lot of people are calling out, right? But on the very next play, he hits Matt Collins, bro, in the hands, and Matt Collins got grabbed on the shoulder prior
Yes.
to the catch, but they didn't call the pass interference.
I
So
texted you
I'm
right
talking about
after
like
that too.
you did, but 3 big passes that didn't even count, that was on the money in a big moment. Those are the type of plays that people forget or just not recognized stat wise, but
Right.
it just tells you something. Even the play when the pocket collapsed, and usually Drake looks down or he'll run around, but he had the pocket presence to flip it to Henderson for a little gain. But it's those kind of plays, and you can see. You know what I love too is seeing how the team is like uh feeding off of that energy. Right, I seen a lot of
Yes.
like behind the scenes of the team. Like, man, Drake's balling right now. He's in the zone. And they're just feeding off of it. So that's always a pleasure to see. Obviously, Campbell holding the line down and him being back in Louisiana. He played at LSU with Booty, and just that energy, man. It's a great feeling uh, that I somewhat forgot about, right? Because it's been some time, but it's been exciting. And I told you, you and I talked about this last episode where it's been a while that I really cared, just because I be focused on fantasy and other
Yep.
stuff like that, parlays.
Hmm.
But man, shout out to you, gave me the NFL Red Zone package. I was able to watch Red Zone on the TV, but just watch specifically the Patriots game on the tablet. So man, it's just exciting to be able to watch a full game now.
Right. And be excited for it. We talked about that. And we'll get into that a little bit because I want to talk Thursday night. Even though we put out a video Thursday night, I do want to jump back to Thursday night in a second. But I think you brought up Bull Campbell, phenomenal pick by you all. And I know that you were like, I want Carter, I want Carter, I want Carter, I want Carter. But I think Campbell is the best thing that could have happened to you all. Because in the NFL, there's 3 positions. I mean, you want to hit everywhere, but 3 positions you really want to hit on. And that's your quarterback, which it looks like the Patriots have hit on. Your left tackle, Campbell's been phenomenal. And then all you're missing right now is like a premium edge rusher, but the defense is still getting it done, and has been looking way better since Gonzalez got back these last 2 games. But what's been so impressive about the Patriots offensive line, 26 dropbacks, only 1 sack. That's impressive. That's how you win
Yeah,
ball games. I mean,
that's
Drake
a
May,
big difference than last year.
18 for 26, 261, and 3 tutties for a rating of 140. This guy's on the money. Like you said, he's commanding the offense with a ton of confidence. So as a Patriots fan, I could only imagine if I was a Patriots fan, what a time
He's
this is.
slowly becoming one. He's slowly
No,
becoming.
hell no. That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen because let's jump back real quick to Thursday night. Obviously, the Eagles destroy Philly on what's a tough day for the Philly faithful. Phillies get knocked out of the playoffs on a awful, awful error. And then the Eagles are like, hold my beer and get absolutely dog walked by the Giants, which was phenomenal to see. But there's some excitement there too. And like you said, it felt good to like watch a game and be like, man, this is exciting. Like not being like, hope for the best, but expect the worst kind of deal. Now it's like, hey, there's some kind of expectation that we have a capable offense. And when that defense gets a chance to play with the lead, how dangerous can be. By the way, Brian Burns has to be one of the leading candidates for Defensive Player of the Year. He's been phenomenal. Thibodeau's
Well,
played really well. Carter's played really well. Obviously, Dexter Lawrence has played really well. Some bright spots in our secondary. Cordell Flott has played really well. Had that big pick to really ice the game. But I'm getting a little bit of that feeling back. And it's been a while since I've had that feeling about the Giants. I'm excited to watch the Giants play. Jackson Dart,
Giants,
Cam
Patriots, Super
Scatterbo.
Bowl.
No, absolutely not. Sorry, we won't be holding up our end of the bargain. Maybe not for another year or two or more. But it just feels good, right? Like you said, that excitement around the team is back. Obviously, y'all Patriots in a much better position, 4-2, than Giants being 2-4. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting
Yeah,
to have your guy.
you mentioned Campbell, and how I wanted Carter, but I definitely understood why we went Campbell. Um, Especially with
Well,
Carter gone. But
Giants made it easy
yeah,
for
they
you.
made it easy. Shout out to Ray because Ray was watching the game. He's a big Giants fan, and he was talking about why Burns is um being so productive, which is Carter. Carter is forcing the QB to go that way, right? So even though it might not show up statistically because he's not the one getting the sack or anything, but he's putting that pressure that's helping his teammates. So still a
100%.
big pickup, right? And it's looking good for that Giants defense. I will say, Hurts is so mid. He's having defensive linemen retire early. Like, can we talk about that?
Zadarius Smith announced his retirement today. For those that don't didn't see the news, yeah, I do want to talk Philly a little bit, especially for all our Philly fans out there. Philly loves us. We're beloved in Philly. Someone said that we'd never have to buy another meal in Philly again. You would think there's a statue of Quan outside the stadium and not Nick Foles, but that was an interesting performance. Again, tailored two halves by Philly, right? Great, a really good offensive first half, and then nothing in the second half. But there's something wrong there. AJ Brown, I'm trying. I'm getting rid of him if I'm the Eagles. I'm looking to trade him. Obviously, I mean, how do you have a meeting? Him, Saquon Hurts, and then AJ Brown after the game says, "Nah, I don't know what you're talking about." Pretty much, never happened, kind of deal. Like I wasn't there. Uh, the vibes are bad, man. The vibes are bad in Philly, and they're only going to continue to get worse because he's already shown you that it doesn't matter if you win. Usually, winning covers a lot. Winning usually keeps people happy. It's clear that it doesn't, and he even made it clear. He had this whole long Instagram post um, after they won the Super Bowl. Talk to the. I'm going to paraphrase here because I don't have the whole post right in front of me, but pretty much saying, I thought winning a Super Bowl would, kind of like satiate the hunger that I have. But really, what fulfills that is dominating my matchup, which goes and tells you that it doesn't matter what the team's doing. And to an extent, I'm sure he's happy when the team wins. But he's not gonna be the happiest guy if he's not able to dominate his matchup. Even though he's getting a ton of targets, the looks aren't good, the ball placement isn't great. The defense is keying in on him because it seems like Jalen is just fixated on whatever target that he's staring down. And so I'm curious what your thoughts on one, if you're Philly, would you deal AJ Brown? And two, do you think this is just a blip on the radar, or do you think Philly's kind of in a downswing a little bit, and this is going to be a continued problem throughout the rest of the season?
Definitely gonna be a continued problem. Quarterback is mid. Do you trade him? I think you trade him. They need help at
AJ.
corner.
Yes, they do,
So
big time.
wherever they can get that and maybe a draft pick, um, you know, I was thinking as a Patriots fan, it would be nice to have him, but I don't even know if because we're on like a roll, like how does that change
I
up
wouldn't even mess
our
with it.
dynamic, right? Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
wouldn't mess with
saying.
it.
There's a lot of teams I need wide receiver help right now though, and it looks like he's gonna be on his way out.
You think Carolina, AJ for Jimmy Horn?
I would
Not
hate
Jimmy
that for
Horn, JC
Carolina.
Horn. Sorry, not Jimmy
I
Horn,
would
JC
hate
Horn.
that.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of teams that would want another receiver. There was a report that I forgot what
Steelers
team I
want
saw.
one.
Yes, it was the
Steelers.
Steelers. Ramsey
Ramsey literally won them games. I don't know if they
won
do
them
that either.
games. No, and they're 4-1 too, and their division is in shambles. I'm curious what how Philly fans feel, man, because they're always so defensive about their teams. I wonder if a loss to the Giants sobered them up a little bit, because that was a rough Thursday. That was a
No,
rough
no, no. So
Thursday.
remember I called it. I was like, "This is a trap game." You're like, "It can't be because they lost." But I'm like, "Yeah, they're gonna lose again."
No, you came off of that though. You came off of
No,
that. I was like,
no,
nah, nah,
I
nah, ain't
didn't.
a
I
trap
didn't.
game.
I just wanted to make my Philly fans not hate me so much. Shout out to Dante. Dante's the only one that keeps it real with me with all these takes, but it's the real deal. Like J- Jalen
It's
Hurts is
bad.
mid.
No, it's
You know
bad.
what? You know what? Sometimes I look at Jalen Hurts and I see Justin Fields.
That was a ridiculous comp. That is, but so we were like we asked. It seems like the general NFL fan base outside of Philly's asked, like, let Jalen air it out. We want to see Jalen air it out. And to their credit, Jalen's been airing it out. He's up there when it comes to like deep passes attempted, but I'm pretty sure he has one of the worst completion rates on deep passes. So it just hasn't been good. He missed one. He missed Devonta Smith on a big one that
Oh
could have
yeah,
completely changed the whole
that was a
vibe of that
touchdown.
entire game because at that point the Giants were leading 20-17. And at that, if he breaks it, they're up, and that completely changes the trajectory of the game. Shucks, we're live, and I can't edit that out. So people are gonna know I stutter. But yeah, Philly is in a bad spot right now. Um, yeah, I'm just not a fan of how they've played, and it's more of the inconsistency, the inability to play a whole game, more than it is um Jalen Hurts because Saquon hasn't gotten going either. And that's the problem. No identity. You need to
Mm.
have an identity in football, and they don't have one. All great teams have an identity, and they're still searching for their. Do they want to be a passing team? From what we've seen, probably not. To be honest with you, and I've been a Jalen Hurts defender, but that doesn't seem like the recipe for success. And they haven't been able to get the ground game going. So, and think about this: we're already a third of the way through the season. It's 6 weeks, so it's not a small sample size. The good news for Philly is that Washington lost tonight. That's their saving grace, and that Dallas lost to Carolina. That's their
That was a
saving
good
grace.
game.
What I tell you about Carolina, boy, I think we both called it. I think we both picked Carolina. You said Tet first NFL touchdown, and I was like multiple. We should have bet
Hmm.
that.
No, I'm done betting, man. My last bet was is Drake May for MVP. That's it.
Listen, with the odds they are
I
now, put
followed the
5 on it.
goat. I followed the goat, right?
We
And
should have put
Dante,
money on
because
Patriots.
Dante's been winning like crazy. So I followed his take. I think it was for Thursday night, and I'm like, I felt like I was the reason he lost his parlay because
You think so?
I
You
can't.
tailed them?
Yeah, like I'm just that bad luck. So I'm taking a break.
Hey, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let's move on to another game. Let's go back to Sunday. I think right now, I know he's not the MVP favorite according to Vegas. And the odds are Patrick Mahomes plus 200, but this guy I believe is plus 300. Let me just double check. And that's Baker Mayfield. And he's been on a tear to start this season, regardless of who's playing at receiver. And I think that's what's so impressive. They handle the 49ers, the injured Niners, who just lost Fred Warner for this season. They can't catch a break. So if the Rams don't win that division, well, I mean, I say that because Seattle's been playing really good ball too. But yeah, if the Rams don't win that division, I'm gonna be sick. That's number one. But how impressive has Tampa's start been?
Seahawks don't look bad there. Oh, Tampa's impressive, especially winning the way they are without their two key weapons, possibly three now, with depending on
Buka.
how Ibuka how long he's out. But Baker's a dog, man. That third down rush where he
The run,
escaped the pocket.
unbelievable.
That's the kind of fire I like in a quarterback. And I don't know if you remember, but I compared Dart to him in my opinion, right? Just that
The way they
fiery,
play. Yep.
yeah, that little swag of like they're football players. But Baker, man, he finds ways, and that throw to Tez was
Oh, incredible. Great catch by Tez,
incredible.
too.
Yeah, great catch. It's crazy because I'm in a dynasty league and I had to play Tez, so I was like, yeah, needed
Listen, you
that
got
one.
He got burned on the show last week. I called Troy Franklin, Tez Johnson by mistake. Um, but shout out to Tez Johnson because he came through. He's probably gonna be getting more looks. Sterling Shepard also has been playing a big role, but I agree with you 100%. And I know you look at kind of the body of work, like who's Tampa's played, and that's not the most impressive gauntlet, right? It was Houston when they were struggling to figure things out. That was early in the season. It's been the Jets. Um, it was who did they play? They played a NFC
They
South
played
team.
the Eagles, didn't they?
They played the Eagles. That was the game that they've lost. So it's not like the most impressive resume, but what you got to play who's in front of you, and they've been injured. They started the season without their best offensive lineman and Tristan Wirfs. They've sustained injuries, of course, because Bucky Irving didn't play in this game. Like you mentioned, Godwin hurt, Mike Evans hurt, and their offense hasn't really missed a beat. And so, yeah, it's been really impressive to watch Tampa work. And as far as the 49ers go, it's a shame because they were off to such a great start. But now with all these injuries piling up, it looks like their season might be going the other way, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was like, you can't catch a break. And you mentioned Fred Warner. I was like, this guy is distasteful. Yo, their
Yeah,
injuries
you
is
caught
wild,
that.
though.
You're good. You're good, man. You caught that.
Their injuries is wild. The Cardinals is wild.
I saw this. I saw this meme. I saw this meme that they're sacrificing everyone else to keep McCaffrey healthy.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. That was
But
wild. I also seen. Do you see the one where it was like, it's not a coincidence Kyler's out 2 days after Battlefield was released? That
yeah,
was
I saw
crazy.
that. Listen, you called it. Jacoby Brissett balled out in that game, and he was looking to get the ball to Marv, and unfortunately, Marv suffers that concussion early, out for the game. Um, man, the Colts talk about an impressive team 6 weeks through the season. Indianapolis firing JT, offensive player of the year through 6 weeks for me. Just been phenomenal, phenomenal. Tyler
Yeah,
Warren,
JT's been cooking.
incredible. Um, and there's their receiving core, like they don't have that big name, but it's just so steady. Michael Pittman's a solid receiver. Josh Downs doesn't drop passes. Really, the only blemish on that record is Mitchell dropping the ball against the Rams before he crosses the goal line. They might be 6-0.
Mm.
So that's definitely been a surprise of the early season. But we're not talking about the game because you hate Arizona. Um, and Marvin Marvin getting hurt was a
Yo,
huge
I
disappointment.
almost lost an Orange fantasy league this week. It was close. I had Ridley and Marvin in, and they both went out early in the game. I was down by like 13, and I had Prater, who had 2 points for field goals, and I had Swift, and then Swift hit
Swift
that big play, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in here."
Swift had a game.
Yeah,
I had the opposite for me. So I'm in your league, the dynasty, and I'm in another
yeah.
league.
Bijan
Killed me.
Bijan killed you. I
But
seen it.
I had Bajan in the other league, but I was getting cooked in this other league. Anyways, and so I'm like, dang, I could Bijan could do nothing and I'll be straight because I'm cooked in this other league. And then he had that long touchdown run. I'm like, I'm fried, man.
Yeah, and it's bonus in my league. It's like an extra 15, I think, or
It
something.
was bonus in both. So it was crazy. I got mad. I was down like 80 points heading into Monday Night Football, but I had Drake London, Bijan, and I had Penix.
Oh wow,
And I
That Drake touchdown at the end of the half probably would have helped.
yeah, um, I threw up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. But before we get into Monday, let's talk Sunday night because this was a big game that everybody was tuned into. Lions at Chiefs, and oh man, it feels good to be right. Because let me talk about where I was wrong real quick. Because we just talked about Bijan. Remember, I had some hesitations on Bijan because I'm like, no big plays. Longest play of his career was like 30 yards or something like that coming into this season. How many like 70, 50 plus touchdowns does he have this year? Or just 50 plus yard plays? It seems like a bunch. Like once a
Mm.
week, he breaks one. So that's where I was totally wrong. Um, but where I was right, Kansas City. Man, does that
You're
offense look
not right.
really good? Does that offense look
No,
really
it
good or
doesn't.
no?
It doesn't. You think that offense looks really good? Are you
I
kidding
sure
me?
do. I think Patrick Mahomes, I shouldn't say that the whole offense, their running game is awful right now. But Patrick
Yeah,
Mahomes
Patrick
is
Mahomes leading the way.
fantastic. No, he looks great. And guess who comes back?
Yeah, when Rice comes back,
Rasheed
I want to see what happens.
Rice.
I think Rasheed Rice is gonna help Tyquan Thornton a lot
Worthies look
because
really
you can't.
good.
Well, they play that. A lot of teams play the shell defense against Kansas City, so they can't really get over the top.
Right.
Just because they got so much speed. But you put Rice in the mix,
He's gonna be
he's
killing
gonna
them.
he's gonna eat. He's gonna eat.
He's gonna be
But
killing them.
it is tough to beat the Chiefs because they always got that extra player with the stripes on. I'm
Listen,
just
man.
saying, always consistently.
I was gonna give you that. I gave you that against Jacksonville. Like if Jacksonville would have lost on Monday night against the Chiefs, I'm like the refs was Vegas was involved in the refs. Goodell was making calls from the hotlines. But this game, the Chiefs just looked like the better team on the field, all phases of the game. Defensively, they looked really good. They were flying all over the field. I know Detroit had a good drive. They had the illegal motion, I think, by Goff. He never got set, so that was a touchdown. They had to kick a field goal on their first drive. But in the second half, they weren't really getting stuff. They weren't getting stuff rolling. I mean, I thought that was really impressive, and the Chiefs were just moving the ball easily against Detroit's defense.
Because
So
they're holding.
now this guy, now you're a ref. Now this guy is gonna slow mo every Chiefs tape, just like how he slow mos every Marvin Harrison route.
You
Let's
got
not do
to.
that.
You got to.
You hate that, but you love the tush push. Explain.
Hmm?
You love the tush push.
I hate the touch push. I think it's
4 times in a row.
no, that was bad, bro. That was bad. That's bad.
Someone commented on some shit I posted, and I should have took the comment down. But I was like, they don't even run it to score; they just run it for pleasure.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. It's
That is
I
great.
don't. You
They
know
run it
what?
for the feeling.
There's my camera. If you're a Saquon Barkley owner, you're devastated.
I'm devastated. I am, because I am one. I don't want anybody on this Eagles offense anymore. And I should have traded some folks coming into the season too. But I didn't. Because you know what? I had trust in the Eagles and I shouldn't have. As an Eagles hater, I shouldn't have had any trust in them. But yet I did, and it's coming to bite me. But that's all right. That's all right. I'm a
My
positive
camera
guy.
looks wild, but it's
No,
all right.
I'm looking. I'm
We're gonna get
watching the
to that.
live stream. Live stream looks good. You look good, guy. Don't worry about it. Biggest takeaways from Chiefs lines other than the refs. We'll give the refs a break.
Yeah, sure. There's no
We'll
other
give,
takeaways. I don't care.
don't do that,
No,
guy.
only how long has Gibbs been standing like Genty in the backfield? I noticed that.
I think he did that first. Or am I bugging? I feel like he's always stood like that.
Maybe he did, but I don't ever remember them talking about Gibbs being Michael Myers. So
So I from the Chiefs' perspective, I think the Lions are going to be all right. Branch being out next game though for a Monday night clash that they have against, and I just had it up, and now I lost it, and I'm a clown for that. Let me pull it up really quick.
it's Monday night, ain't it?
Yeah, they play Monday night, and I want to get the team. Tampa. So no Brian Branch for Tampa is going to be could be costly for them.
That's a big game.
Absolutely, it is. We're talking about NFC #1 seed as we start getting later into the season now. But before we hop into that, I want to talk about the Chiefs because they have a.
Of course you do.
Don't do that.
You ever see those memes where they show a picture of someone and they morph into someone else? Kind of like I said with Hurts, morph
Don't
into
do that.
Fields. I'm slowly seeing you morph into Nona because I realize how big of a Chiefs fan she is now.
She's a
And
huge Chiefs fan now for
I know,
whatever
I
reason.
just said that. Just said that guy. Keep up now. Now I can see you morphing into your wife, which is not a bad thing, I guess. But
I'm not a Chiefs fan. I
yeah,
promise you, I'm not a Chiefs fan. I'm just a realist, bro. I'm a realist on what we know to be true, which is Patrick Mahomes always plays in the AFC Championship game, and more than not, he gets to the Super Bowl. Why can't I just let what I'm seeing tell me the truth? Anyways, obviously
because you
Rasheed
don't
Rice
mention.
comes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What? No, Rasheed
Go
Rice
ahead. Go
comes
ahead.
back next week. They play the Raiders. That's a perfect opportunity to kind of reinstate him into the offense, kind of ease him in. Because then their next two are two huge games. They got Monday night against the Commanders. Wow, Commanders back on Monday night again. That's in Kansas City. And then the week 9 is at Buffalo, which is obviously an important game. So to be 3-3 through 6 games without your best, what we feel is going to be the best receiver in that offense, I think you're in good shape. The Chargers winning yesterday, of course, which they just snuck by, but Herbert had a phenomenal throw. I'm sure you saw that. The whole drive was phenomenal to take the lead against Miami. The Chargers won. The Broncos won against the Jets. Who do you think is the favorite in that division after 6 weeks? Who would you take?
I'm still sticking with the Chargers. It's tough because I like the Chargers' offensive line is all so banged up.
Just the injuries. Yep,
Um, the Broncos' defense is tough. It's
tough.
a toss up between them two, but I'm sticking with one of them.
That's crazy because I
Do
would
I
take
have to pick
Kansas
one?
City. I know.
Of
Just I
course
would.
you would. Of course, I
I
already
know
knew
you.
that was
You
coming.
take it. You take the division against them. Here's why I'm taking Kansas City.
The
Denver.
division again.
This
I
guy.
could
He's
take
like.
Vegas.
He's like all 31 teams. Any of the 31
I,
teams. Um. Here's why I like Kansas City. Denver's offense, other than against Cincinnati, who's terrible, has kind of looked in disarray. They got some stuff moving against the Broncos too. Sorry, they are the Broncos against the Colts, but they couldn't do anything against the Jets. Now I get it, London jet lag, fine,
they never
but
do though. Did
the
you see
Jets'
the? Did you see the?
defense is abysmal.
Yeah, but their last like 3 games against them has always all been low scoring games for some
They
reason.
have all been close, but still, everybody's been putting up against points against the Jets. So that's one.
No, if that was the Cowboys, then I'd agree with you because the Cowboys defense is atrocious.
The Jets' defense is bad, bro. It's been bad. Trust me. I watch it. I watch all the games. It's bad.
They're worse than the Cowboys.
Nobody's
Oh
worse
my
than the
god!
Cowboys, but they're
All right,
close.
that's all I'm saying.
And
I'm
then,
not
like you said, the
disregarding what
injuries
you're
for
saying.
the Chargers, that's a big concern, man. That's a big concern. Along the offensive line, um,
Hampton,
Hampton being out, even though this guy looked really good. Was Vidal? Is that his name?
yeah,
He looked really well. He looked really good. But yeah, I would take the Chiefs.
of course.
There you go. Surprise, surprise.
All right,
All right,
I'll take the Chargers since you don't want me to take either the Chiefs or the Chargers. I mean the Chargers or the
Broncos.
Broncos.
No, who else do you want to include in there? God, this guy's like,
The
I'll take the
Bills is
field.
the Bills are ass, bro. So that game is not gonna be.
Thank you.
Hopefully they flex that game out of there.
The Bills are just the Bills are not good. That defense is not good.
No,
That
defense is terrible.
if
Dante had
someone needs
another
to make
great
a move
take.
for
Dante
AJ
was saying like
Brown,
they just want shiny things, right? Like they got Josh Allen and now Cook, I guess you could say, even though Cook had a terrible 2 weeks. And that's it.
that's it.
The Bills should
That's
go
it.
get AJ Brown.
That yeah, I agree. It's just what did he give? I guess it would have to be draft picks. And the Bills draft picks are low. So if you're Philly, what are you really getting? I don't
Yeah.
know. That wide receiver room is terrible. I was watching the coverage and like some of these balls got to go to Keon Coleman. That's what they were saying, and I was like, why? Why? Why do the balls
Yo,
need to go to him? Explain to me
Josh
why.
Allen threw a pass to Coleman, similar to what Drake did to Booty, and just he's terrible.
Listen, I even the greatest of great quarterbacks. minus Tom Brady. They need guys. And Tom had Gronk when Gronk was healthy. I know Gronk had a lot of injuries, but Gronk was a savage. You need a difference maker out there. It doesn't take away from your greatness because you still need to deliver the ball. And Josh has proven that he could do that. Look how it looked when they had Diggs. And now look what Diggs is doing in New England. But you're right. Buffalo is, and I know people are gonna highly tout him because Josh Allen and Josh Allen deserves it because he's a great player. But man, that defense is a tough watch. That defense is a tough watch. There were times where Penix was just carving them up. They can't stop the run for shit
Yo, it's
either.
terrible.
They
It
cannot
was
stop the run
terrible.
for shit.
It looked like Atlanta could score on every possession.
Easy. And it was mistakes by Penix, really, which he's still growing into that offense. But man, when that offense is clicking, that shit is dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
Drake had like 100 and something yards at half, didn't he? And Bijan was up there. Bijan had that crazy long run. Pause. Um, that shit crazy. Bijan though, fuck man, killed me. So
I got him in so many leagues. Actually, he won me.
let me ask you this, and this will be obviously easy for you to say when the Patriots gear on. But do you think this is clearly the Patriots division at this point?
Yeah. I said that before the season started. I told you that.
So how many games do you think you win it by?
We win a division by? I don't
Yeah,
know. I gotta look at the rest of the schedules. But
the
I know we're
Patriots
gonna win
shit's
this
light.
division. I know it's
Patriots
like
shit light.
that's why I was already looking at what jersey you're gonna
Look at
wear.
this. Yeah, it's just disgusting. You want to know? Let me tell you the next three games. Run it by you. Tell me how you feel about it. At the Titans, who just fired their coach. How you feel? That might be a good thing, actually. That might be spooky.
No, that's gonna be their excuse.
Yeah.
You already know Vrabel had that one checked off.
Circled. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're gonna beat him down. Then it's the Browns. I know. Now Browns got a good defense, so give them credit for that. But who
Dylan
knows?
Gabriel didn't play that bad, did he?
No, last two starts weren't too bad, to be honest with you. Steelers
I
just a
think he
tough
only
team to play.
completed like 4 passes over 10 yards though. Oh,
Then you
so he's
guys
like
got
Jalen Hurts.
then you guys got the Falcons at home.
That's a
That
good
should be a
game.
good test. Now here's the good one. Here's the big one on the schedule. November 9th. I'll be in town for that. At the Bucks. Spooky. At the Bucks.
Yeah.
That'll be a good test.
If they're not healthy, I can see us winning that game.
I could
We
see
got to
y'all
be
winning
healthy
that
as well, though.
even if they are healthy, I could see y'all winning that.
Yeah. I do too. But I'm saying I don't. With them not healthy, that's an easy game. If they don't have their receivers and Bucky, they're all set.
And then you guys
The
got
thing
the
is, right?
Jets
The Jets.
on Thursday night.
Yeah,
That's
nobody's
your
worried
next
about that.
five. That's
That's
you.
nobody
You
worried
could
about that.
that looks to me. That looks like 4-1 because you guys are beating the Titans, you're beating the Browns, and I think you're gonna win one of the two. Falcons or I guess the Falcons or the Bucks, and you guys are definitely washing the Jets. That looks like 4-1, which will put you at 8-3.
I know. I told you double digit wins. You ain't listening to me.
Let me pull up the Bills real quick. So let's say Patriots 8-3. Let's see what the Bills next five
We
for
need
the
Gonzo
Bills.
to stay healthy. That's what we need.
That critical. Defense looks completely different when he plays. Next game, Bills got the Panthers at Carolina, who all of a sudden might be a real football team. Just throwing that out
Yeah, they
there.
got some momentum going now.
Then the Chiefs come to
Rico
town.
Dotto running for 200 yards a game. Good luck.
Insane.
Buckle up, as he
Buckle
would
up.
say.
Then the Chiefs come to town. Then
Yep, Chiefs winning.
at the Dolphins, which they're gonna win that game. What I don't even want to talk about. Then they have the Bucks. and then they go and they play in Houston. That's their next 5. Could
Yo,
they go
Houston could
4 and
win
1
that
that
game
stretch?
because the only downfall with Houston really is their offensive line. And if the Bills can't put no pressure, Stroud could carve
If
them
they
up.
could run the ball, watch out Woody Marks.
Well, Stroud had a fantastic game before his bye week
You know,
because he had time.
Against the Rams. No, not against the Rams, against the Ravens. And you know who struggled with the Ravens was the Rams. That didn't make me feel good. I'll tell you that. As someone
Yeah.
who picked Rams NFC for the Super Bowl.
Well, Puka got hurt. That don't help.
Yeah, but he was back out there early. He got
Yeah,
hurt
but
towards the end of.
he wasn't
No, I agree.
100%.
I agree. Here's the problem, man, with Stafford, and he's been playing great to start the season. Is when he locks in on a receiver, you know where the ball's going. He was like honed in on Devontae Adams even before Puka got hurt.
No, I knew that was. We knew that was coming, man.
This shit sickening, absolutely sickening. Anyways, do I think the Bills go 4-1 down that stretch of games? I think the
No.
Chiefs is a loss. I think the Buccaneers, they're gonna definitely run the ball. So that's probably a loss. Like you said, Texans game could be a coin flip. The way they're playing right now defensively, honestly, all these games could be a coin flip. And that's no disrespect to Buffalo. That's
Even
just
Josh
what it
Allen. How many
is.
picks Josh Allen throw in the last 2 games?
Seems like 500,
4?
no? He's been. I think
3 or
part of it's him pressing because he knows that he's their offense. Because like you said, James Cook down game last 2 games.
Yeah, but look, at the end of the game, and maybe I'm being biased because I have Prater, like I said, but at the end of the game, you have time. You don't have much time. So, like they say, kick the field goal, try and get the onside. That's your only hope.
Fact. That's your only hope. And yet, didn't happen. And now New England's first in the division. And listen, we talked about Philly having a tough day on Thursday. Tough day for our Canadian listeners, too. Bills lose because all the people in Canada apparently
Oh
Bills
my
fan.
God. Please
And
don't
the
tell me
Blue
to bring it up.
Jays.
I knew he was gonna bring that up.
Ooh-wee. Listen, I don't actually have a rooting interest at all. I don't give a shit. I'm not a Mariners fan either.
I'm disappointed in you and all my other fellow Yankees fans
I'm not rooting for nobody.
that are so hurt. That's all I keep seeing now
What?
is the celebration that
Who
Toronto
celebrating?
lost.
I'm not celebrating.
I
I
had
don't
to
give
tell
a
you,
shit.
I'm like, yo, you guys were just doing the same thing when you guys won the wild card, and it was the wild card. So, because Toronto did it to you guys, you feel some type of way.
Listen, I got no horse in the race. I don't give a shit who wins. It would be cool to see Seattle, Milwaukee, because both teams have never won a World Series, right? So we're guaranteed a first-time winner.
Scooby.
I'm not even sure who won that game. The Dodgers might have won that shit. Hold on. Yeah, Dodgers won 2-1 to go up 1-0 in that NLCS that just started today. Yeah, I don't care about that. But hey, listen, for our Canadian listeners, our hearts are with you. We love you. Hopefully, y'all get a nice cooked meal, warm hug, and the tears don't flow too much. Let's talk about the other game. Your guy, Jaden Daniels, Monday Night Football rematch of the game that really turned 2 seasons last year. Of course, the Hail Mary Washington goes on, makes an NFC Championship run. Shout out Scooby in the background. Obviously, the Bears, there was like 10 straight losses or something like that. They managed to rip off after that game. But they get their revenge. They get their revenge tonight. Caleb Williams leaves a game-winning drive for a field goal. As time expires, they couldn't stop the run. Like you said, DeAndre Swift had a phenomenal game. How do you feel about your how do you feel about your guy, JD? I think he played a pretty good game, actually.
He did. He had what do you have? 2 turnovers though.
He did have
The
he did have
the last one, no excuse, but you know, maybe the weather conditions played its part, but I'm not too concerned. You know what's funny? Did you see that the conversation? Well, I don't think it was a conversation, but it was like somebody said something about Drake, and then Matthew Berry was like, Talk to me when he wins the AFC or goes to the
Yeah, you
AFC
sent me that.
Championship.
You sent me that.
Oh, this and that to you. Devin McCourty's like, we don't do that in New England. It's Super Bowls. But I got nothing but confidence in JD still. They need a running game, right? Scary Terry's banged up. He's not out there. And they had the game. They had the game on lock. That fumble don't happen. What happened?
Yo, my bad for the folks that were in the chat. I completely missed this live stream chat. I see Dante in here.
They're still here?
I'm not even sure if they're still here. My bad. I missed y'all. Man, we
We're
getting
awful
better.
good.
Gotta get better. I'm new to this. New to this.
Who else was in there? Was it
I'm not
just
even
Dante?
sure. Yeah, Dante is Derpy. Derpy 501 ST2. So wait, Yankees fan, Patriots fan, how does that make sense? Don't talk hate. Don't talk hate each other. Yo, that was a while
Nah.
ago. No, we don't hate each other. It's all love. Listen, objective sports analysis. And Dante
I'm
dropping
assuming
knowledge
that.
in the chat.
Yeah, I told you Dante had a lot of good takes. I would have had him on, but I don't think he could have joined. But anyways, you got to pay attention to that. That's the whole point
I
of
know,
going
my
live, so we
bad.
be
I
more
know,
interactive.
and I said it at
Off
the
you,
top of the
kid.
show and I missed it all. But listen, look, I'm gonna shout him out here. He's talking about Philly, not one of the worst. It's the 35th worst. He's talking about Jalen Hurts. There's not 35 teams, in case people forget. Great point by him on Rashee Rice. He is the run game. He's gonna kill the underneath stuff. He agrees with me. KC taking the division. Bo Nix sucks. I agree with that. Shout out to you for being nice to Bo Nix. Remember the Denver fan came for you. You just replied to him on TikTok like 2 days ago.
Who me?
Yeah, when he was like Bo Nix serviceable.
Oh, I was like,
Okay,
oh, now
yeah.
he's John Elway. Yeah. That was good.
Bills need to trade for someone like Shaheed Olave, DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson.
Oh, I forgot Olave's available.
Love some of those options. Definitely not Garrett Wilson though. Jets aren't making that trade. But I agree with you. They need a guy that can consistently win. And then
Is Dante still in here? Is he talking to you now, or you just
no,
reading the
I'm
past
reading
stuff?
his comments. I'm reading the comments. It's filtering all the stuff from YouTube right to here. I didn't know it would show up on this screen. Had it pulled up on my phone.
That's
But I
fire.
don't. If you have no off weapons or O line, it's curtains. Bills don't have that. I agree. No weapons.
Oh, that's
no top O
that's how
line.
Stroud is
Curtains.
though, and everybody shits on Stroud, but it's not really Stroud's fault. You see what Stroud's capable of doing when he has time.
Agreed. No, I mean, there's no doubt about it. Stroud we saw what he did rookie season, and then obviously he's getting sacked the moment he turns around, gets the snap, and he's on. I'm not gonna finish that sentence actually.
Um,
But
shout
yeah,
out to Dante, man. Dante always got some good takes, and the other thing is
I need his take on the Vikings.
he can't
I
stand
know
the
he's a Yankee fan.
Vikings. He can't stand them though.
No, but still, as a Vikings fan, because that's one young quarterback we haven't really gotten to see a lot of because of the injuries.
Yeah,
Like
but I
May,
told
young
you
quarterback balling.
he wasn't even a big
young
fan of
quarterback.
JJ when JJ was playing against Chicago that first game.
Oh, you did.
But I
share
think
that.
I think that's the frustration of a fan. But speaking about Vikings, they got Wentz got his revenge game coming up against the Eagles.
No, he's not. Is he even starting? I thought it was
I
that
thought
kid that was starting.
Who?
Hold
Nah,
on.
it was Wentz. It was Wentz. What kid?
I thought there was some kid that they Brosmer. Max Brown. I could have sworn I saw an article or something about it.
And Dante's take actually works for the 35th quarterback for Hurts because the Browns played like 4 different ones already. So, yo, I seen it. You know the Browns are playing. They're paying like 9 quarterbacks right now, bro.
Yeah, they have to
They're
be
paying
because
like 9 quarterbacks. It's wild.
they cut everybody. They cut people. They still got Deshaun Watson, who's uncuttable, because they eat so much in dead cap space. It's ridiculous. But I want to make sure we get to do this Bears Commanders game justice.
Okay.
DeAndre Swift was phenomenal. And I love the commitment to the run game by Chicago. I think this was the balance that we were kind of hoping to see. Caleb threw the ball 29 times. They rushed about 20, was it 26 times.
Yeah, but how many
So
times does Swift rush? Because every
14 for
time I looked up,
108, man.
14. So he got like half.
But they mixed it in. They had some plays called back. Like Monangai had a good run when they was trying to get out the end zone. He had a pretty good play. So I was Komet that got called back. But I believe Monangai had a good play that got called back because of penalty. It just goes to
DJ
show
Moore.
you
How many rushes DJ Moore had? I'm watching the
two.
game and I'm like, why is DJ Moore rushing the ball? Swift ain't even in the game, and I'm getting frustrated. This is before the big play, obviously. But I was projected to lose because he wasn't even getting touches. And then he broke out that big play and got me the dub. But I agree with you, right? I think when you put all that pressure on your quarterback to make all those throws, especially in a game like that, right? Did you see the Weather Channel? Speaking of which, this coincides with the game. That's why I brought it up. So I'm watching I don't watch the Weather Channel, but I'm watching the Weather Channel all weekend because they had that nor'easter like supposed to smack us, and it
Really?
did. Hopefully, people are doing well in the areas that really hit. I think it was like Jersey,
Shit.
um, like Maryland, like around that area. Yeah, it was the
No
fucking
clue. I
storm
had
was
no
huge,
clue.
bro. Huge storm, but it wasn't snow, obviously, because the weather. But it's like rain and up to 80 degree. I mean 80 mile per hour winds, I believe. Uh, but yeah, I think that when you have the balance like that, Ben Johnson could really work his play call too. But
Yeah.
there was some good throws. Dunze touchdown that got called back.
Call
That
back.
was
Phenomenal throw.
phenomenal.
He's a game
Uh,
breaker, man.
was
He's a
it
game
he
breaker.
is? He
Yeah,
had a
he had a
couple
couple cute
drops.
drops. That drop that he had was it second down where he ran that slant over the middle and it was backed up in the end zone and he
Yeah,
dropped that. That's at least 30 right there. But I was definitely impressed by both quarterbacks in this game. Like you said, Jalen had the pick, and then that fumble on the handoff to Bill, that was pretty bad because they had the game in hand at that point, pretty much driving,
they really
burning
did
clock.
because they're
Um,
about to be in field goal range.
yep. And then you have
Shout out
to
to Moody.
yeah, absolutely redemption, a little redemption story happening in Chicago. Tough weather to kick into, like you said. Um, But hopefully, this is the first of many matchups between these two quarterbacks in this draft class, right? Highly touted quarterback draft class. And we're getting to see more with Caleb with these weapons under Ben Johnson. Obviously, we know who Jaden is. Still played a really great game despite the two turnovers, rating of almost 120, three touchdowns. The runs were extremely effective, not taking big hits, picking up first downs, keeping them ahead of the sticks. That's what you love to see out of your sophomore quarterback.
How many
Well
rushing
played for
yards
both
did
sides.
Jaden have?
52, 10 carries.
I think the difference overall though was the running game.
Yeah.
Right,
Yep.
Washington's running game was not there, and
And
the
Chicago's
Bears
was.
was.
I agree. I agree. And of course, the turnovers. That'll kill you. You lose a turnover battle like that,
Yeah,
it's gonna get you.
self
Um,
inflicted.
absolutely. But the good news for Washington is that Philly looks like they're in a free fall at this point. And obviously the Giants are excited, but they're 2-4, and Dallas just lost to Carolina, and their defense is atrocious. Atrocious. There's no saving that. There's no saving that defense. So
Wait, earlier you just made me think of something. Earlier you said Mahomes is the MVP favorite
yes, plus 200.
over Dak.
Mm-hmm. But it's probably because they don't expect the Cowboys to be good. I would say that's probably what it is.
What about
And they expect
Baker?
it to.
To me,
Baker is
Baker's been
plus
playing
300.
better. So Baker
I
second.
agree. Yeah, Baker second. I agree. I mean, the season ends right now. I'm taking Baker and I'm taking May. I'd say May is in second right now for me. The way they played. Don't he had the one horrendous play against Pittsburgh because that game he actually played pretty well in. It was just that one throw in the red zone that you wish you could have back.
Yeah.
But other than that, he played really well against Pittsburgh, who's turned out some pretty good defensive performances. But a great week for football. New
Yeah, no,
England.
it was a great week overall, right? I said that in one of my fantasy chats. You know, got to celebrate the birthday. Um, got a big win with the Patriots. Yes, it was over the Saints, but a lot of people said it. It's easy
They
to
beat the
go into that
Giants.
game not ready. Um, After a big
Absolutely.
win against Buffalo, right?
Absolutely.
So to be able to pull that win off, and the Saints is a scrappy team. I think that every game they were in, they except for maybe one, they got they were one possession games. But anyways, big win for the Patriots, and then I had some big fantasy wins, man. I had like 3 against my arch nemesis in Norm, so nothing but excitement over there.
That's awesome.
And it's funny, in one of the leagues we're in, we both were 4-1.
Yep.
So we touted as like the game of the week because Yahoo does game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't no fucking. It was like a bye week for me.
Also,
I was up by like 100 and I had Bijan still.
that's disgusting. I just want to call this out because now I'm understanding this comment as I read it more from Derpy. It says, "So wait, Yankee fan and Patriots fan. How does that make sense?" Referring me, I'm not a Patriots fan. I thought he meant you're the Patriots fan, I'm the Yankee fan, but I think he thinks I'm both. Trust me, brother. In no way am I a Patriots fan. Like I said, I'm just a realist. I watched the game. I got eyes. We're objective football participants. Well, watchers. Except for when it comes to the teams that we like the Giants. But because there's been so little optimism, I've been able to be objective. And Quan's a Patriots fan. But I'm not going to sit here and try to lie to you and say Drake May sucks and the Patriots are doomed. No, the Patriots are in a great position right now. Their defense is, with Gonzo back, is in a good spot. Will Campbell's a stud. They just got to stop playing Ramondre Stevenson as much as they do. That's their downfall right now.
I seen I seen a
Travion
picture.
the ball.
I seen a picture. It was like, it sucks to be a Travion Henderson owner for fantasy. And they showed like the depth chart. The depth chart was Stevenson, James White, somebody else that's retired, and then Travion. I was in tears.
Facts. Antonio Gibson in the air cast. Shit is
Crazy.
bad, bro. Like second round they picked him, right? It wasn't like pick 34 or something like that overall, or 36. It was high up there, wasn't it?
Yeah,
or was he third round? No, he was second round.
No, he was second.
I'm not sure what it is. Like Stevenson got blackmail on Vrabel. At this point, that's the only thing that can make sense. And they got him on kickoff, right? Don't they use him on special teams too?
Yeah.
Give Travion the ball. Give Travion the ball. Another playmaker on the field is not going to kill you. Trust me. So to wrap this up real quick, because we are a third way of this through the season at this point, I kind of want to just run through real quick the divisions. I want you to give me your take on who you think is gonna win it at this point. And we'll revisit this again, week 12 heading into week 13, and of course at the end of the season. But I want you to put your Matt Stradamus hat on. Future locks, because right here, this is Quan's non-betting advice. All right, we're gonna start in the AFC. It's Patriots. I'm in agreement with that. AFC South. It looks like the Colts division at this point.
Yeah, the Colts. Yeah.
The Jags' big loss last week. AFC North has to be Pittsburgh, bro. Everybody else is so bad.
They
has to be. Bad. Begrudgingly, it has to be Pittsburgh.
Who's the fourth team? I can't think of who the fourth team
Cincinnati in Cleveland.
Oh, Cincinnati.
It has to be Pittsburgh. They have such a big lead right now. Unless you think Baltimore's not going to lose another game when Lamar comes back. But that's
when does Lamar come back?
I think it's I think their bye is this week, isn't it? So I think it's after their bye.
The week.
Pittsburgh.
I mean, Steelers are in the driver's seat, but it's still kind of early in the season, guy.
I don't listen, guy. Just make a prediction.
I
That's all
can't,
I'm
I
asking
can't, I
for.
can't go with the Steelers.
It pains me
I
to
can't
say it,
stand the
but
Steelers.
it would be a collapse if they don't win it. It would be a
Yeah, I know
collapse.
that's tough.
Cleveland's going nowhere. Cincinnati's going nowhere. Cincinnati's the only team with more than one win. The only other team with more than one win in that division, and they're going nowhere.
How about Cleveland if they bring in Shador?
I don't know. No, I do know. The answer is no.
What's Cleveland's record? One game
1-5.
against the Packers. Damn, they're that far behind.
Everybody's
You
that
gotta
far
go.
behind.
You gotta go with Steelers.
All-time, unless you're
That's a
predicting an
whack
all-time
take.
collapse.
I can't stand the Steelers.
Me too. I can't stand the Steelers either. Not because I don't like the Steelers, more because I don't like Aaron Rodgers, man. Anyways,
Yeah.
AFC West. You said the Chargers already.
Oh, the Chargers, yeah.
The Chiefs. Okay, NFC East. I'm gonna pick the Commanders at this point. Philly's going the wrong way.
JD.
Philly's going the wrong way. NFC South. Tampa. NFC North. Tricky one.
That is tricky. I like the Seahawks.
Oh, that's the West, my guy.
Oh, NFC
Detroit.
South.
No.
Oh, the North. It's the North.
Yeah, my bad. Not the West. This guy's
Detroit,
tired.
Packers.
It's 1 a.m. for him,
Minnesota.
guys.
Who's it? Packers, Detroit,
Packers, Lions,
Minnesota. Who's the other one?
Bears.
Oh,
I know who I like.
I'm gonna go Lions.
Same. I'm gonna go Lions. Green Bay. Jordan Love is still the biggest question mark in the NFL, in my opinion, and that alone scares me.
Yeah. So when I was going against Omar in Warriors League, he had golf. And he had golf in his lineup. And at the last second, he put Love in. And I was like, yeah, he gave me a chance.
Did you end up
Although
winning?
golf only had like 2 extra points, so he still would have lost. But
Yeah, that touchdown.
I know he's going against Cincinnati, but I still would take golf. The offense was averaging 30 plus points a game.
You know what's sickening is in our dynasty, I have golf in Montgomery. Montgomery threw the one and is one who threw that pass.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So that was double buckets.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is they scored a touchdown. I'm hype. I walk away to go change a diaper. I come back and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
That's funny.
I
have Gibbs and golf and Dante's down there.
Gibbs is a savage. Oh man, yeah. Jordan Love, and I'm curious how Packers fans feel. I don't really know a lot of Packers fans, but Jordan Love gotta concern you at least a little bit. No?
Yeah, a little bit. He's not as consistent as you want him to be, but he also don't have all his weapons. But it's tough because you don't gotta look it up, but I know they run the ball a lot.
Josh Jacobs played
rightfully
really well.
so, because he's been running the ball really good. So it's tough. It's just, you're gonna have to rely on your defense a little bit more. I don't remember hearing Parsons' name at all during that game, although I wasn't like tuned into it like I usually am.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm still taking the Lions, man.
I think that's the most complete team, to be honest with you. And we know what we're gonna get out of them. We know their identity, their calling card. We know that they're gonna be tough. They ran into a better team. Kansas City. Shocker. Who would have thought that Kansas City would have won that game at home?
Can you go to the next?
No, I'm just listen. No, I did want to look up the Russian stats real quick. Because Josh Jacobs did have a great game.
Yeah, I think the
18,
Lions
18 for 93.
18 rushes.
Yep, and only 26 pass attempts by Jordan Love.
Well, Jacobs only had 18 rushes, but there was more than 18 rushes.
Jacobs only had 18, but the next
golden rushes
was Jordan Love had 7, but then as far as running backs go was Wilson. He had 3 carries.
Yeah.
So grip, no, really good balance. Matt LaFleur is a good offensive mind. Last division,
And
NFC
let me ask
West.
you a question since
I'm
we're
sorry,
on
good.
that real quick.
Yep.
Right now, do you take Hutchinson or do you take Parsons?
Ooh. Right now, after
Right now.
what we've seen this season, gotta be Hutchinson.
All right.
What we've seen right now, I mean, this season alone, but I mean, Micah Parsons is disgusting. So is
All right.
Hutch
I
though. He's
understand.
game breaking. You know what it feels like though? Tell me if you feel this. Like whenever you watch Detroit and Hutch makes a massive play, there's always a flag against Detroit. Doesn't it seem that
Yeah.
way? Like
Yeah, it
defensive
does.
holding, someone's offsides, whatever. I don't know. It always just seems like a massive like strip sack fumble up flag on Detroit. It always seems like that. Oh, that's another city that had a rough weekend. Detroit. Tigers get eliminated Saturday. Heartbreaker. I'm sorry, Sunday. They lost on Sunday. And then no, they lost Saturday. What am I talking about? And then you see this. And they
Can
lost
we move to
Friday.
the next
Tigers
division
lost
now?
Friday, by the way. I'm bugged. They lost Friday. And yeah, terrible. NFC West. Sorry, Detroit. Uh Niners are cooked because of all the injuries. So I think it's really between Seattle
I don't
and the
know.
Rams.
With Brissett in, I don't know.
They were
Nah,
alive. They were a live dog. They had a chance to win. They had a chance to win late in that game in Indy, who's been the
I'll
surprise of
tell
the
you this.
season.
No Puka, no chance.
Yeah, but Puka's fine. So
No, he's not.
he's all right. He's gonna play, man.
Just because he came back on the field doesn't mean he's fine, guy.
Um, I'm gonna stick with the Rams. I have to stick with the Rams. That was my pick for the NFC.
Rams
Come out the
defense got
NFC.
me buckets in fantasy this week.
I mean, look who they were playing against. Tyler Huntley saw some burn at the end of that game. I believe he turned the ball over, or is it turnover on downs? Shucks, man, what a great week of football.
Was
It was
that it? Was that all we went through?
That's
Them all?
it. We went through them
Oh, that
all
was easy.
just like that. Well, let me ask you. I forgot who did you pick to start the season to win the AFC NFC.
Patriots.
No, you didn't really pick the Patriots to win the AFC.
I picked the Patriots.
Okay.
No,
Damn.
I might have picked Baltimore, but it's definitely not Baltimore.
So you're
So,
switching it to the Patriots.
It's definitely the Patriots.
That's a spicy pick.
Well, I
Obviously,
told
I
you
got
they had a
Kansas City.
chance. I told you they had a chance because I knew they was winning the division.
You did say that they were going to win the division. I'll give you that. And I said Buffalo. I emphatically said Buffalo, by the way. I said the Patriots might make the playoffs if they're lucky. But now I'm looking crazy. And Buffalo got me worried.
And in the West, the NFC, I forgot who I picked. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I think you
I
picked
think I
Detroit.
might have picked Detroit. Yeah.
That's looking like a good pick. I'd feel better about Detroit than the Rams right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
After watching that Ravens game, yuck, man. Okay, I like it. I like it. I'm looking forward to seeing what pans out.
Hopefully it's Patriots Giants.
That
would be phenomenal.
I would be so disgusted if I saw the Patriots in the Super Bowl already. I'd be disgusted.
A lot of people would.
Like you already had your fucking turn, bro. I'm already sick of Kansas City. I'm just picking Kansas City because
we gave the league. What did we give the league? Like 9 years, 8, 9 years.
Well, yeah, but y'all was still relevant until what, like 2019 or so, maybe the year before that. Because the year y'all lost to Tennessee, I think everybody kind of felt like that wasn't a team that was going to go far in the playoffs. But
yeah,
like 18.
Yeah, like 8, 9 years. It feels like. I lost track.
Lost track. Yeah. If the Patriots are back in the Super Bowl within like the next, I don't know, like 3 years or so, like give it a round number. Let's go to a round number, like 10. Give us a break. Give us a decade break.
No. This year is feeling good.
There's no dominant team in the NFL this year. And we're only 6 weeks in, so of course, but I mean, you could say the most dominant team has been Indy.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Crazy to
because
say.
Indy should have won. Yeah, like you said, Indy should have won. So
They should have beat the Rams. That was a self-inflicted, fully self-inflicted mistake by them. Shucks, man. NFL, you never know what you're gonna see. It's been a pleasure to watch the first third of this season. Looking forward to the next third. Quan, man, congratulations to you. It looks like I'm gonna be buying you a jersey. I was hoping to get a nice Jackson Dart jersey, but it looks like I'm gonna be buying a Drake May AFC East rivalry jersey.
I should get you the
Disgusting.
face paint so you can put that one stripe right here,
Like Jackson
Dart.
Dart. I'll
That'd be
listen.
phenomenal.
Giants get hot. I'll show up to the show like that. I'll even
What's
dye my
hot?
hair
Because now I
blonde.
want to know. Because I want you to jump on the show
That
looking like the
listen,
ultimate warrior.
if the Giants get to 500 at any point in this season, I'll show up with the eye black like Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart's 2-0, ain't he? No, he lost the
2-1.
two. Yeah, he lost to the Saints.
So if he would have beat the Saints, then I would have showed up with eye black.
yeah,
And the Giants got a tough schedule, so it doesn't look like I'm gonna be showing up with eye black. Good news for the Giants, though, they get the Broncos off of a London trip, which hopefully could be a good thing. And then they get to play Philly again. So they
and
might
we know they could beat Philly.
I might be showing up with that Jackson Dart eye black in as little as 2 weeks. And there's a real
Wow.
possibility. That's a real you know how crazy that is to say? We'll sign off with this. That is a real possibility. Quan has Super Bowl aspirations. Those might be a little too high. He has Drake May aspirations. I'm a little bit more Drake May MVP aspirations. I'm a little bit more in line than that. In fact, I said today, why not throw $5 on it? You know what we should have done was throw $5 on the Patriots making the playoffs before the season started. That's what we should have did. Made some money off of that.
Division. Winning the division is probably more.
I think their future still might be plus money for the Patriots.
I wouldn't doubt it. Well, after tonight's loss, it might have dropped down.
What is
For the
plus
Bills.
185? Still plus 185. And listen, good news. If you think the Jets are gonna get hot, plus 20,000.
Plus 20,000 is insane.
Mathematically, it's still possible. Anyways, appreciate y'all for tuning in for this live. Like we said, either Monday or Tuesday, expect more shows like this, recapping the week, and then Thursday or Friday, talking about Thursday night football, and then looking
Looking
forward
towards the weekend.
to the weekend. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always.
Matt will get better at
The chat.
with the chat. Sorry,
Get with
Dante.
us. My
And,
bad, Dante.
The other person you
And
said.
Derpy. Yeah, Derpy. I'm not sure if we know Derpy, but appreciate y'all for appreciate you for dropping in. But I'm definitely not a Patriots fan. So we'll leave it at that. We'll sign off. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, think critically, speak infamously. Love.
Love.